Just gonna Hi, it's me, Vincent again. I'm just gonna talk about a little another movie idea that I have. It's called Telepathetic. Just sounds really weird, but I was talking to my friends about this movie X-Men First Class, and I'm like, oh yeah, they have this telepath, and he's like telepathetic. I'm like, oh no, I didn't want to say that, but they're like telepathetic. Where did you come up with that? And so I'm like, well, that's a weird thing. That's a weird word, cause I wanted to say telepath, but instead I said telepathetic. So I thought, well, it's a telepath, and he's crazy. I'm like, well, it's not a bad idea. And so then I got home and I thought about it, and my mom kept telling me, one day we're all gonna have a little chip in our brain, so we don't need to have computers anymore, right, honey? And so I'm like, yeah, right, mom, that's a cool idea. And then I actually thought about it, and I'm like, well, what if this guy comes up with a chip that we can all put in our brain to make us like super smart and stuff? And so I thought, what if, but this guy, he can't really put it out in the public, so he implants this thing on himself, which would be the intro scene of the movie, which is really disgusting. So like opens his head and puts his chip inside, and then he like tests it and stuff, and he can like access, I don't know, Google in his brain, or he can send emails by just like saying whatever he wants to say out loud, or like whispering it, or like so his like yeah, there's all these electric signals in his brain, but when he speaks, there's a problem. When he speaks, it activates like certain electrical charges in his brain, and those his chip is in a special place in the brain where it likes when the chip sends like electrical charges, like say you're sending an email on this chip, like say, hi mom, I was just gonna say sorry, and yeah, and so it interprets this signal and then sends it out to your mom, and then but that's like a special electric signal somehow activates like a memory that he has in his brain, and so he like starts going crazy and stuff, and um so then what happens is that he puts the idea out in the world, but he doesn't know yet that the chip is causing him to have these mental problems, and so soon he becomes like he gets it, that it's the chip that's causing this problem, and other people that are somehow related to him, like cousins or distant cousins, start to have the same difficulties as well. And so, what happens then? Oh yeah, he's like afraid of saying anything at all, so he's like just laying in bed like, can't say anything, can't say anything, have to be quiet. And so he goes like brain dead. And finally, in the final scene, he gets it operated out, and that's like a crazy scene because he's like completely flipping out, freaking out, because he's like they're like doing surgery on him, and he's like he has all these memories pop in his head, and somehow these memories that he gets, these random memories, just somehow they all make sense to him. Like they're all kind of part of a story, and so he figures out the story, and then this chip that other people start getting this, but then they also understand that it has helped like teach them something, it made them eventually say sorry for something that they'd done a long time ago, like stuff like that. That these random memories that the chip activates um, when put in a special place in the brain, it all teaches them something. And so I thought that could be a place where the movie could go, or it could just be like a weird like psycho film that had no sense at all and would just end in a giant kind of scene. And so yeah, I'm gonna call the movie Telepathetic, and I've written a few ideas down in this little book that my sister gave me. Oh yeah, then another thing people could like there's like a scene where he has to like sign a thing to say that the chip can enter public service, but he has like he says something and he has like a memory and he's like really happy. So he's like, yeah, sure, do whatever you want. Of course, put it out in the public, sure. And then he realizes, oh God, what have I done? What have I done? And so people then start to have these memories as well, and they start freaking out. So this is just a different story than what I told before. And so they get pissed at him for putting this idea out in public. And so, but then he's like, sorry, it's not my fault. But they're like, yeah, it's your fault, it's your invention. Why did you do that? And, so then he tries to make them understand that it's this memory thing. But I don't think the movie should go in that direction, because it wouldn't work as a movie. And so I have, a few other movie ideas that I'd like to speak about, but that would be in my next video. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and goodbye.